Hi, Gemini. Welcome back to Moonveil Tarot. And if you're new here, hello and welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, so I have to be real with you before we even start because I think you deserve to know what happened before you watch this. So I sat down to do this reading. Okay, I set my intention, I cleared my space, I started shuffling, and I pulled the very first card and I just stopped, like completely stopped, put everything down, and just sat there for a moment because what came out in that very first pull was so specific, so loaded, so unmistakably pointed at one person that I genuinely did not know if I was ready to continue. And I want to be clear about something. I have done a lot of readings and I have pulled a lot of cards. And most of the time, even when powerful things come through, you keep going, you keep building the picture because the story needs more than one card to be told. But every once in a while, rarely one card comes out and it just says everything, like the universe put all of it into one image. And this was one of those moments. So I am going to show you that card and I am going to take my time with it. And then we are going to build the rest of the reading around it because there is a full story here and I want you to have all of it. So take a deep breath with me, really settle in because what you are about to hear is going to land somewhere specific in your life. And I want you to be ready to receive it. Okay, so here we go. I am going to pull that card again, the one that stopped me, and I want you to just feel what happens in your body when I reveal it. The card I pulled, the card that made me stop was the Judgment card. That'd be, yeah, the Judgment card. And I know some of you just felt something right, something in your chest or your gut, something that recognized this card before I even started explaining it. And I want to sit with that for a second because that recognition, that physical response is your intuition telling you that this is for you. So the Judgment card, let me really describe what this card looks like because I think the imagery is important. There is an angel in the sky blowing a trumpet, and below, people are rising up out of coffins, out of the earth, with their arms stretched toward the sky, reaching, and their faces are not scared. They are awakened, like they just heard something that they had been waiting their entire lives to hear, and they are rising toward it without hesitation, without looking back, just rising. And when I pulled this card, the reason I had to stop was because I felt the weight of it for you specifically, because this is not a general card. This is not a, oh, interesting kind of card. This is the card that says something is being called back to life in your world right now, something that you thought was over, something that you had maybe started to make peace with losing, something that you had begun to grieve is being resurrected. And that is a big word, resurrection. And I do not use it lightly, but the Judgment card is literally the resurrection card. It is the card of things rising that were buried. It is the card of truth surfacing that was hidden. It is the card of a calling. So loud, so clear, so undeniable that you cannot sleep through it anymore, that you cannot ignore it anymore, that you have to respond to it. Okay, so now that we have sat with that card, I want to build the full picture because the Judgment card is the foundation. And now I want to know what specifically is being resurrected in your life. So let me pull the next cards. The Six of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Two of Cups. Okay, so the Six of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Two of Cups, all cup cards, all heart cards, all emotional world cards in a row right after the Judgment card. And I want you to feel the significance of that because cups in tarot represent the emotional world, the heart, the love, the feeling, and having three of them show up together alongside the Judgment card is the universe saying what is being resurrected is emotional. It is a love story. It is a heart story. It is a you and someone else story. So the Six of Cups first, which is the nostalgia card, the memory card, the card of something that happened in the past that is still alive in the present. And what this card is telling me is that what is rising, what is being called back to life, has roots, deep roots. It is not something brand new. It is something that was real before, that had time and history behind it, that meant something, and that meaning never fully dissolved. It just went quiet for a while. And now the trumpet is sounding and it is waking back up. And then the Ace of Cups, which is the brand new beginning card, the overflowing cup card. And right next to the Six of Cups, this combination is saying something really specific. It is saying, yes, there is history here. Yes, there is a past, but what is rising from that past is not the old version. It is not a repeat. It is something new, something that has been transformed by everything that happened between then and now. And the Ace of Cups is fresh. It is clean. It is ready to begin properly this time with everything both of you have learned. And then the Two of Cups, which I keep coming back to in readings lately because it keeps showing up. And I think the universe is being very deliberate about that. The Two of Cups is mutual recognition, two people turning toward each other at the same time and choosing each other. And in this reading, right after Judgment and the Six of Cups and the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups is saying the awakening that is happening is not one-sided. Both of you are being called. Both of you are rising. Both of you are feeling the trumpet. Okay, now I want to pull some cards for what specifically this awakening is waking up in the person who is coming back toward you. Like, what have they realized? What has shifted in them? What did the Judgment card wake up inside of them? The Tower, the Hermit, the Star, and the World. Okay, the Tower, the Hermit, the Star, and the World. For what has been happening in them, this is such a complete journey. Let me walk through each of these. The Tower first, which we know is the sudden collapse card, the lightning bolt card. And what this is telling me is that this person has been through something that shook the foundation, something they did not see coming, that changed the way they see everything, including you, including what they had with you and what they let go of. And the Tower has a way of making priorities extremely clear, extremely fast. And one of the things that became very clear to them through their Tower moment was that you matter, that what existed between you mattered in a way that a lot of other things that seemed important do not. And then the Hermit, which is the going inward card, the deep reflection card. And after the Tower, this person did the Hermit work. They sat with themselves, they looked at their patterns, they examined the choices they made, they got honest in the way you can only get honest when you have been stripped of everything that was distracting you from the truth. And through that Hermit process, they came to some realizations about themselves and about you that they were not able to reach before. And then the Star, which comes after the Tower, always in the major arcana and in the life of anyone who has done the real inner work. The Star is the card of healing, of hope returning, of looking up at the sky and thinking, okay, I can see a way through this and I know what I want. And what I want has become very clear, and what they want is you. It keeps coming back to you in the stillness, in the starlight, in the quiet after the tower. It is you. And then the world card. Oh, the world sitting at the end of their journey. And what the world card is telling me is that this person has arrived somewhere. They have completed something, some internal cycle, some process of becoming. And what they have become, the version of them that stands here now with the world card energy, is someone who is ready, actually ready for what they were not ready for before. Okay, now let me come back to you because I want to look at what is happening in your world right now as all of this is moving. The High Priestess, strength, and the Ace of Wands, these three for where you are right now. I love this combination. The High Priestess, who already knows, who is already picking up on the energy, who has probably been feeling something shifting in the background of her life without being able to fully name it. And that feeling, that subtle shift, that increased awareness is the judgment card being felt on your end before you could see it clearly. Your High Priestess intuition was already tracking it. And then strength, that steady, grounded, unshakable energy that you have been building through everything. And the strength card here is the universe acknowledging how far you have come, how much you have grown, how different you are from the version of you that first encountered this person or this situation. And that growth, that quiet, powerful growth, is what is making this possible because you are ready for it now in a way you were not before either. And then the Ace of Wands, which is a new fire, a new spark, a new direction igniting. And what this card is telling me about where you are is that something in you is waking up to a curiosity, a readiness, a what if that you have been keeping very carefully contained. And the Ace of Wands is the beginning of that containment, loosening. And that is not a bad thing. That is a sign that you are ready to. Okay, now let me pull the full spread, 5 cards for what comes next, specifically, concretely, how this unfolds. Pulling these now. The 8 of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Hierophant reversed, the Lovers, and the 10 of Cups. Okay, I mean, the universe is just going all in today. The 8 of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Hierophant reversed, the Lovers, and the 10 of Cups. Let me walk through every single one. The 8 of Wands first, which is fast-moving energy, things accelerating, the dam breaking. And what this tells me is that whatever has been building is about to release quickly. And the 8 of Wands is not a slow burn card. It is a suddenly everything is happening card. So if things have felt still or slow recently, that is about to change. And it is going to feel fast when it does. And then the Knight of Cups, the romantic, coming with his heart out, vulnerable, real. And what this card in this position is telling me is that when the contact comes, it is going to feel different from anything before. Like this person is going to say things that they have never allowed themselves to say, and it is going to come out imperfectly and tenderly and raw, and you are going to feel the truth in every word of it. And then the Hierophant reversed, which is the break from convention card, the I am going against everything I usually do card. And what this is showing me is that this reach, this vulnerability, this coming back is completely out of character for this person in the best way. Like they are doing something that their old self would never have done. And that is actually the proof that the growth is real, that the Tower and the Hermit and the Star actually changed something because the old version of this person would have stayed proud, would have stayed guarded, would have let the silence continue forever. And this version is choosing differently. And then the Lovers card as the fourth card, and the Lovers is the conscious choice card, the soul level decision card. And in this position, it is saying that what comes of this is a real choice made by both of you with full awareness, with full presence, with everything on the table. And when both people choose each other from that place, what they build is different from anything built before. And then the Ten of Cups as the final card. Oh, the Ten of Cups, the everything I ever wanted card, the complete emotional fulfillment card, the rainbow card as the destination of this whole story. And I want to say something about this card showing up at the end of a reading that started with the Judgment card, because that arc from Judgment to Ten of Cups, from resurrection to fulfillment, is one of the most beautiful arcs in the entire tarot. It is the hero's journey in 2 cards, and it is the arc of your story. Okay, tea leaf cards now. The first tea leaf card is Trumpet. The trumpet, which is the instrument of the Judgment card angel, and having the trumpet show up in the tea leaves after the Judgment card started this reading, is the universe bookmarking this moment and saying the call has sounded, the trumpet has blown, and what has been sleeping is waking up. You can hear it if you listen. The next tea leaf card is Open Gate. An open gate, which represents access, entry, a threshold that is no longer closed. And what this card is saying is that whatever barrier existed between you and this person, between you and this new beginning, is no longer there. The gate is open, and all that is required is for someone to walk through it. The next tea leaf card is Hourglass. The Hourglass, which is the timing card, and it is showing up here to tell you that the timing is right, like truly right, not almost right, not eventually right now right. The sand has fallen to the bottom, and what that means is that this is the moment, this is the window, and it is open. The next tea leaf card is Phoenix. The Phoenix rising from the ashes. Oh, and in this reading, after the Judgment card, after the Tower, after all of it, the Phoenix showing up in the tea leaves is so perfect because the Phoenix is the ultimate symbol of resurrection, of something that was destroyed, rising more powerful than before. And what this card is saying is that what rises from this situation is not going to look like what was there before. It is going to be elevated, transformed, more itself than anything that came before. The next tea leaf card is a bridge fully crossed. A bridge fully crossed, not halfway, not partway, fully. And what this image is showing me is completion. The crossing is done. Both of you have done the journeys that needed to happen on your respective sides. And the bridge that connects those 2 journeys has been fully crossed. You are not still in the middle. You have arrived on the other side. And the last tea leaf card is 2 figures facing each other in light. 2 figures facing each other in light, not in shadow, not hiding, not guarded, in full light, seeing each other clearly. And what this final tea leaf card is saying is that the meeting that is coming is an honest one, a seen one, a no more hiding, no more performing, no more protecting, just two people standing in the light of who they actually are, seeing each other for real, maybe for the first time, properly. Okay, final messages from your guides, 6 cards. The one card changed everything because it was the truth. The one card changed everything because it was the truth. And your guides are saying this because I think it is the whole message of this reading. Sometimes one moment of truth, one clear image, one card, one honest conversation, one realization is enough to change the entire trajectory of a situation. And what has been happening for this person on their journey is that they had one of those moments, one moment where the truth of what they felt and what they wanted became undeniable. And that single moment is what is driving everything that is coming. The next final card is you have already been chosen. You have already been chosen. Oh, loves, you have already been chosen. And I want you to really sit with that because this is not, they might choose you or they could choose you, or if things go well, they will choose you. It is, you have already been chosen. The decision has been made on their end. The judgment card trumpeted and they heard it and they chose you. The logistics of how that choice manifests are still unfolding, but the choice itself has been made. The next final card is do not be afraid of what is rising. Do not be afraid of what is rising. And I think this is such important guidance because sometimes when something we have wanted for a long time starts to actually become real, fear shows up louder than the excitement. And it says things like, what if this is not real? What if it goes wrong again? What if I open up and get hurt? And your guides are saying, do not let that fear make you miss this. Do not be afraid of what is rising. The judgment card people are rising toward the light with their arms open, not afraid. And that is the invitation for you. Open your arms and rise. The next final card is this is the answer to a prayer you almost stopped saying. Oh, this is the answer to a prayer you almost stopped saying. And I needed to read that out loud because I think for some of you, there was a time when you prayed about this, when you asked the universe about this person, about this connection, about whether it was over. And at some point, you started to pray about it less. Maybe because it felt futile, maybe because you were trying to move on, maybe because hoping felt too dangerous. And your guides are saying that prayer, the one you were still saying quietly, even after you mostly stopped, is being answered right now in this season. This is it. The next final card is receive it without conditions. Receive it without conditions. And this is such wise guidance because when something we have wanted comes, there is sometimes this temptation to attach conditions to receiving it. Like, I will believe it is real when they do this. I will open up when they prove that. I will trust it when I see the other thing. And your guides are saying, receive it without conditions, not naively, not recklessly, but from a place of genuine openness. Let it land. Let it be real. Let yourself be in it without immediately asking it to prove itself. And the very last card, the resurrection is complete. The resurrection is complete, and we came full circle from the judgment card to the resurrection is complete. And I I want to sit with that for a moment because this is the universe closing the loop, saying everything that was buried, everything that was lost, everything that went quiet has been through its own death and hermit and star journey and has come out the other side whole and ready. And the resurrection is complete, which means the new life begins now. So, just to wrap everything up, the message of this reading is one of the most complete I have ever delivered. One card stopped me because it said everything, and that card was judgment. And what judgment revealed is a resurrection of something you thought was over, driven by the Six of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Two of Cups, a love story being called back to life by someone who went through the Tower and the Hermit and the Star and arrived at the World card and is now coming to you as the Knight of Cups through the Eight of Wands toward the Lover's card conversation and the Ten of Cups destination. And you, the High Priestess, the Strength card, the Ace of Wands, already knew, already felt it, already have the spark ready to meet them in the full light that the final tea leaf card showed us. The resurrection is complete. The prayer has been heard. You have already been chosen. And everything that the Ten of Cups promises is genuinely on its way. I hope this reading gave you something real today, something that landed, and maybe something that explained a feeling you have been having that you could not quite name because loves your intuition knew before the cards confirmed it. And now the cards have confirmed it. If this resonated with you, please, please, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow and it helps these messages reach more people who need them. Leave me a comment and tell me what you felt when I revealed that judgment card, because I feel like a lot of you had a reaction. I always love hearing from you. And if you are new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell because there is so much more coming and I would love for you to be here for it. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Take really good care of yourself. Stay open. Receive without conditions. And please do not be afraid of what is rising. And I will see you in the next reading. Bye, loves.